Si su hijo ha sido diagnosticado con autismo, necesita una escuela que se adapte a sus necesidades especiales. No pretenda que él se adapte a la escuela y a sus compañeros de clase, al menos no al principio. El ambiente de las escuelas para niños neurotípicos suele ser hostil y provocar inadaptación en vez de inclusión, ya que cada niño aprende a un ritmo diferente y con un grupo de preferencias totalmente distintas. Es por eso por lo que se necesita un plan de educación personalizado. No se sienta mal. Su hijo puede tener sueños y aspiraciones como cualquier otro niño. Apóyelo, sea su cómplice, y cuando aprenda a ver la vida a través del cristal de sus ojos, comprenderá el maravilloso y diferente universo que ellos ven. En estos criterios básicos se sintetiza la educación personalizada, y es así como se elabora un currículo que pueda satisfacer en el proceso de aprendizaje las particularidades y necesidades de cada alumno. En nuestro caso, para garantizar el correcto desarrollo, todo lo hacemos integrando los principios establecidos en el análisis aplicado de la conducta ABA. Golden Horizon Academy y MG Home Care Services. La agencia de ABA con la que estamos asociados trabajan arduamente para obtener el mayor provecho posible en lo académico y extinguir las conductas no deseadas en cada uno de ellos. A usted, madre, padre o tutor, lo entrenaremos para que dé continuidad a nuestro trabajo en la casa. Y algo le aseguramos, el camino no será fácil, pero los resultados sorprendentemente positivos. Nuestra meta final.
Choosing the ideal car can be like your first attempt at cooking. It might not be perfect on the first try, but when you find the right one, it's a delicious victory. At South Dade Kia, we have the perfect recipe for you.
Dona hoy a Awesome Foundation. Nosotros somos una organización sin fines de lucro dedicada a apoyar a estudiantes con autismo y a sus familias. Sus donaciones son la fuerza vital que nos permite ofrecer becas a estudiantes, ayudándoles a alcanzar sus sueños educativos. Sun Contribución nos permite ofrecer programas como terapia del habla, terapia ocupacional y terapia de arte y música. Sin su apoyo, nada de esto sería posible. Dona hoy en nuestro sitio web. Dona hoy a Awesome Foundation. Nosotros somos una organización sin fines de lucro dedicada a... Hola a todos. Estamos emocionados de anunciar que la Awesome Foundation está buscando voluntarios apasionados y dedicados para unirse a nuestra causa. Somos una organización sin fines de lucro comprometida con el apoyo y empoderamiento de personas con autismo. Juntos podemos crear un impacto positivo y construir un mundo más inclusivo para todos. Si estás interesado en ser parte de nuestra familia Awesome, por favor visite nuestro web para registrarse. Gracias por tu interés y apoyo. Hola a todos. Estamos emocionados de anunciar que la Awesome Foundation está buscando voluntarios apasionados y dedicados para unirse a nuestra causa. Somos una organización sin fines de lucro comprometida con el apoyo y empoderamiento de personas con autismo. Juntos podemos crear un impacto positivo y construir un mundo más inclusivo para todos. Si estás interesado en ser parte de nuestra familia Awesome, por favor visite nuestro web para registrarse.
Choosing the perfect car can feel like solving a complicated puzzle, full of doubts and worries. But when you find the right piece, everything falls into place. At South Dade Kia, we help you complete your puzzle and feel satisfied with every step of the process. Choosing a car is like packing for a trip. You need something that fits every moment of your life. At South Dade Kia, we have the space and style you need for your next adventure. Choosing the ideal car can be like your first attempt at cooking. It might not be perfect on the first try, but when you find the right one, it's a delicious victory. At South Dade Kia, we have the perfect recipe for you. Choosing a car is like finding the perfect bouquet. It should reflect your style, freshness, and make you feel special. At South Dade Kia, we have the car that fits you perfectly, just like a custom-made bouquet.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another presentation by Power Hitters TV, brought to you by NSB Baseball. We are here transmitting live, streaming on YouTube and Facebook today at Power Hitters TV for a matchup between NSB No Stress Baseball, who is facing up against the Cutler Bay Yankees. Coaches and umpires are having their meeting. Coin toss has been determined. Cutler Bay will be the home team. Starting pitcher today for Cutler Bay is Neil Chormansky. Starting pitcher for NSB today will be big number 39, Jaden Hernandez. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us again. Here we are on a beautiful day for tournament baseball, 11 and under, Perfect Game Association is hosting this tournament. This will be game 2 for NSB. They pulled one off last night versus the TBT Baller Reds. 8-0 knockout in the 8th inning. Let's see what they do today. Leading off for NSB will be their leadoff man, number 18, the speedy Mohamed Abdullah. Thanks again for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. And if you haven't done so already, please go over to YouTube and visit us at Power Hitters TV. Make sure to subscribe and never miss another pitch again. Hey, leading off for NSB, Mohamed Abdullah. He'll face off against starting pitcher for Cutler Bay Yankees, Neil Chormansky. First pitch, hit hard to center field, and that drops it for a base hit and gets by the center fielder. Abdullah rounds first, he's headed for second. Standing safely at second with a leadoff stand-up double, and NSB is knocking on the door early.
On my J's, you
Batting second for NSB, Nolan Davidson steps in and looks at ball one, low and away. Mohamed Abdullah in scoring position. Chormansky sets, delivers. Swung on and hit hard to short. Shortstop comes up with it, throw to first. Davison out at first. Mohamed over to third base. And NSB NSB with a runner 90 feet away. In for catcher Jaden Hernandez, batting in the number 3 spot. And he looks at a ball in the dirt. And Mohammed in to score on the pass ball by Chormansky. NSB leads 1-0 here in the top of the first. Jaden Hernandez went deep yesterday with a 2-run shot to left field, sitting on a 1-0 count. The pitch, hit, popped up. First base side, out of play. Jaden Hernandez, 1-1 count. Chormansky delivers, swung on hard down the third base side and threw for a base hit. This one gets back almost to the warning track, and Hernandez will hold up at first base. The 1-out single here in the top of the first. Hernandez. Catcher Jaden Hernandez gets a runner so he can get ready and suit up to catch the next inning. And now up to bat for NSB, Jonathan Lawrence, number 45, in the 4 spot. Runner on first, takes his lead. Chormansky checks, delivers, runner goes. Throw over to second, safe. Throw seemed to be on line. Second baseman could not get to it. And NSB's got another runner in scoring position here early in the top of the first inning. One 1-0 count to Lawrence. Pitch in the dirt. Great stop by the catcher. Sariona. Runner takes his lead. Second baseman holds him close. Pitcher looks back, delivers. Pitch outside for ball 3. Lawrence way ahead in the count. Coach Eddie Rodriguez gives him the sign to swing away. The payoff pitch. Swung on hard and missed by Lawrence. Count 3-1. Runner takes his lead on second. Time called. Lawrence steps back in. 3-1 count. 1 out. Runner on second. Pitcher delivers. Ball outside for ball 4. Lawrence takes his bag. Up to bat now, in the number 5 spot, Jackson Parker, number 15 for NSB. Pitcher delivers, hit hard to center field. That drops in for a base hit. Runner is rounding third. They call him around to score the throw at home. Gets there in time. Runner gets back safely, sliding head first. Close call. Close call for NSB as Coach.
Grayson Rodriguez.
Now up to bat for NSB, Grayson Rodriguez. Looks at ball 1, low and away. Grayson's got bases loaded with 1 out. Cutler Bay Yankees call time. Coach wants to talk about it. NSB has wasted no time as they start off the game with a leadoff double by Muhammad Abdullah. Nolan Davison grounded out for the only out of the inning, and Jaden Hernandez and Parker Jackson followed up with hits of their own. One run was scored on a pass ball. We got bases loaded, 1-0 count with one out. Rodriguez steps in. Chormansky looks back at second. Wines delivers. Ball in the dirt, pass ball. Runner's coming. No throw at home, and that is the second run scored by NSB. Both runs have come at the cost of a pass ball. Two-0 count now for Rodriguez with runners on second and third. Chormansky delivers. Outside corner called for a strike by umpire Javier Martin. Our umpires today are Javier Martin behind the bag and Rudy Caceres on the base paths. 2-1 count to Grayson Rodriguez. Chormansky sets. Oh, high and tight. Got him right in the shoulder. Rub it off. He seems to be okay. Rodriguez takes his man. Now up to bat number 9 for NSB, Brooks Vaughn. He's got the bases loaded with one out. Getting a runner for Rodriguez at first, who was hit by the pitch. Chormansky's got one out. Strike on the outside corner. Infield is at double play depth, trying to get out of this one. 2-0 in the top of the first. 0-1 to Grayson. Brooks Vaughn steps in, 1-1 count. Chormansky delivers. Ooh, outside corner. Brooks didn't like that one, laid off. Umpire calls it for strike 2, 1-2 count. Pitch by Chormansky. Outside, ball 2. 2-2 count to Brooks Vaught. Hit hard, left field, up in the air, left fielder under it, routine, runner tags, and here comes a big man throwing at the plate, and he is out! Double play, tagging up Jonathan Lawrence. Gets tagged out at home after a great relay from the shortstop. And that really mitigates the damage. That could have been bad. So 2 runs is what NSB is able to muster up in that top of the first inning. And now we'll see starting pitcher for NSB, Jaden Hernandez, and see if the Cutler Bay Yankees can muster up a few runs here in the bottom of the first. You're watching this presentation brought to you by Power Hitters TV. Check us out on YouTube and subscribe if you haven't done so already. This is the 11 Under Perfect Game Holiday Bash Open. Down here in sunny South Florida, 84 degrees. The only place where you're really getting baseball in December like this. It's actually hot out here today, folks. I know. Some of you guys watching from Michigan or anywhere else north of West Palm Beach, having a hard time believing that right now. But yes, that's why we live here. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We kick off the bottom of the first inning, and the Cutler Bay Yankees leadoff man, number 42, Zachary Bailey, who's playing center field today, will face off against starting pitcher for NSB, Jaden Hernandez. He sets. Fastball. Strike one. Hernandez pitching from the stretch. Bailey steps in and swings right through a breaking ball for strike two. Oh, and 2 count to Bailey. Hernandez delivers. Ball up high for ball one. One and 2 count to Bailey. Time. Ball on the field. One and 2 count to Bailey. The pitch, breaking ball, swung through it. Strike three. And Jaden Hernandez takes care of the first batter he faces. Coming up next for the Cutler Bay Yankees is the shortstop, number 27, Dylan Cardenas. First pitch was a ball by Hernandez. Cardenas steps in. Hernandez breaking ball low and away. Great stop by Grayson Rodriguez, who's behind the plate for NSB today. Hernandez sets, delivers. Fastball outside, called strike. Two and 1 count to Cardenas. Fastball swung on, fouled up, high, behind home plate. Out of play. 2-2 count to Cardenas. Pitch, breaking ball. A little bit outside. It's ball 3. Cardenas has a full count. Jaden Rodriguez, still from the stretch, delivers. Fastball hit hard to right field. Right fielder is in and makes the catch for the second out of the inning. Great play by Jonah Finger out there in right field to get in and under that one for the second out of the inning. Up to bat for the Yankees now, Robert Pena, the right fielder, number 33. Hernandez delivers. Pena. Oh, it's fine. Robert Pena, correction. Don't mess with Mama Bear. Pena's in there with a 1-0 count. Hernandez still throwing from the stretch. Delivers. Fastball hit hard at third base. Third baseman comes up with the throw to first, and that is the third out of the inning. 1-2-3 inning for Jaden Hernandez. No runs scored. We head to the top of the second.
Now batting.
Up to bat for NSB, number 3, Liam Perry. Lefty steps in. Chormansky delivers. Ball a little high and away for ball 1. One and 0 count. Chormansky steps off. Chormansky out of the windup, delivers. Little outside, ball 2. 2-0 count to Perry. Pitch swung on and missed for strike 1. On deck for NSB is number 12, Ace Bush. But first, we got a 2-1 count to Perry. Chormansky out of the windup. Delivers. Outside. Ball 3. Perry's got a 3-1 count. He gets the green light. Chormansky gets his pitch. Delivered and swung on, fouled back. Full count for Liam Perry. Tormansky gets his pitch. Time called by the batter. Liam Perry steps back in, 3-2. Tormansky, outside pitch and swung on by Perry, fouled away to the third base side. Way to stay alive on that one. He wasn't taking any chances. Umpire Javier Martin has been calling that outside pitch. Let's see here. Delivers high for ball 4. And NSB's got another leadoff man on base. Up to bat for NSB now is number 12, Ace Bush. Righty steps in with a runner on first, up 2-0 here in the top of the second inning. Tormansky steps off, throw to first. Runner gets back in time. Tormansky looks over to first, steps off again. Liam Perry's got some wheels over there at first. Tormansky wants to keep him close. Gets his pitch. Delivers. Runner goes, hit hard up the middle, and that gets through for a base hit. Liam Perry will hold up at second base. And Ace Bush, with his first hit of the tournament, and a 6-7 celebration on first. Up to bat for NSB is Jonah Finger, number 24. Batting in the 10th position. Runner goes to third. The throw over to second. Both runners are taken off. Throw is offline, and everyone is safe. Double steal. Called by Coach Eddie Rodriguez and executed to a T. Jonah Finger, number 24, now has 2 runners in scoring position, up 2-0 here in the top of the second with no outs. Tormansky delivers. Hit hard down to shortstop. Great backhanded stop. The throw over to third. Ace Bush gets tagged out, but not before Perry comes in to score. And Jonah Finger will get on first base on a fielder's choice. Heads up play by the shortstop, Dylan Cardenas. Nice backhanded play for the first out.
Now batting, Abdullah Mohammed.
Abdullah Mohammed, leadoff batter, steps into the box with 1 out. Runner on first. Tormansky delivers, hit hard to right field, right over the first baseman's head. And Abdullah Mohammed is 2 for 2 on the day. Have yourself a day, kid. Way to go, Big 1-8. Nolan Davison, number 6, steps in. Number 2 hitter with runners on first and second and 1 out. Checks a swing. Didn't matter. Umpire. Strike. Fastball. Davison grounded out in the first inning. Tormansky delivers. Runners go. Ball in the dirt. Gets past the catcher. Both runners are safe. Big turnover at third by Jonah Fingers, but he holds up. And 2 runners in scoring position. All right. Catcher Sardina for the Cutler Bay Yankees seems to be a little bit banged up. Ball hit his shoulder on that play. We'll see if he can seems to be okay. He's going to keep going. Got hit on his non-throwing hand, so. Nolan Davison with the 1-1 count. 1 out. Top of the second inning. Chormansky delivers and, oh! Got him right in the cedar.
Now batting, Jaden Hernandez.
Cutler Bay Yankees coach wants to go out and talk to his pitcher, Neil Chormansky, after his second hit by pitch here in 2 innings. Coach wants to discuss some defensive position, I'm sure, with the bases loaded and 1 out. Coming up to bat for NSB, Jaden Hernandez. The big bat. It's already 1 for 1 on the day with a run scored. Okay. Coach is done with Chormansky on the mound, and we're ready to continue here in the top of the second inning. Jaden Hernandez steps in the box. Chormansky looks back to second, delivers. Hit hard to left field, and that is in for a base hit. Fingers is in to score. Abdullah's coming around for second. The throw from left field, and he is out at home. What a throw from left field. Santiago Barroon.
Now batting, Jonathan.
One run was able to score on that hard hit by Jaden Hernandez, but Muhammad Abdullah trying to score, thrown out by Santiago in left field for the Cutler Bay Yankees. Great play, great throw. Runners on second and third for Jonathan Lawrence. Hit, third base, ground ball, under the glove. Runner is out. Interference. Runner is out. That's the third out of the inning, and we are done with the second inning, but not before a couple runs for NSB, who now lead this matchup 4-0. Cutler Bay Yankees looking to see what they can do and get some runs on the board here. You are watching Perfect Game Holiday Bash Open from Coral Springs, Florida, brought to you by YouTube TV and No Stress Baseball. Coming up to bat for the Cutler Bay Yankees, leading off, number 13, Eduardo Laguna, the DH. Hernandez steps in. He's looking for a pitch call. Catcher gets the call from manager. Fastball. Called strike. Bottom of the second inning. 4-0, no stress baseball, leading the Cutler Bay Yankees. Hernandez delivers. Swing and a miss by Eddie Laguna. And quickly in the hole, 0-2. Swinging, strike three on a fastball, and Jaden Hernandez gets the first batter out with 3 pitches. Now up to bat for the Cutler Bay Yankees, number 16, third baseman, Bryce Calderon. 1 out here in the top of the second. Hernandez from the stretch delivers right down the height, hit hard through short and into the outfield for a base hit. And Cutler Bay's got a man on. Enson Rodriguez, number 99, DH, steps in. 1 out, runner on first. Rodriguez looks over, gets his pitch, delivers. High, ball 1. Want to know to Rodriguez. We got Rodriguez versus Rodriguez here. Pitching for NSB is Jaden Rodriguez, and up to bat, Ensign Rodriguez for the Cutler Bay Yankees. 2-0. Jaden Rodriguez falls behind. Ensign Rodriguez ahead in the count. Pitch down low, checked his swing. Umpire says he did not go around. And for the first time, NSB pitcher Jaden Rodriguez finds himself a little bit behind in the count. The pitch. Ball 4. Ensign Rodriguez reaches on a walk, and we got runners on first and second for the Cutler Bay Yankees here with no outs. 1 out. Jaden steps in. First baseman not holding the runner. Double play depth for NSB. First pitch at the at-bat to Santiago Barun, the left fielder, who had a beautiful throw from third base to get the runner out from second, Abdullah Muhammad, in the top of the second inning and save a run for his Cutler Bay Yankees. Jaden Rodriguez looks back, delivers, swung on and miss by the left fielder. Santiago steps back in. Jaden Rodriguez delivers. Breaking ball, going away, and ball have seemed to ricochet off the ground. And Barun is hurt. Let's tend to him quickly, and hopefully he's okay. Coaches and umpires are over there taking a look at Santiago Barun. Fouled one off the plate. Unfortunately, bounced up and seemed to have got him right around the chin, mouth area. Players all down on one knee. We're hoping for the best here. We'll take a quick pause. Be back with you in no time here. Perfect Game Holiday Bash Open, Cypress Park in Coral Springs. This presentation is brought to you by Power Hitters TV. Find us on YouTube at Power Hitters TV or via Facebook at Power Hitters TV. Make sure to subscribe and follow. Never pitch another pitch again. We're in the bottom of the second inning with runners on first and second. As coaches and umpires continue to tend to Santiago Barun, the left fielder, who seems to be up and putting his helmet back on, and yes, sir. Very brave young man. Got hit hard, unfortunate. Foul ball bouncing off the plate and coming right up into his chin. But he's not letting that stop him. Heart of a champ. He's stepping right back in there, down 0-2 in the count, with runners on first and second. Jaden Hernandez steps, looks back at second. Swing, hit hard to right field, and Santiago rips a line drive single. What a way to bounce back after nearly having to leave the game with an injury. Comes back and takes a high fastball, rips it into right field to load the bases. For A.J. Nieto, second baseman for the Cutler Bay Yankees. Hernandez blows a fastball by Nieto. 0-1 count. We got one out and the bases loaded here in the bottom of the second inning. Cutler Bay Yankees threatening. Shows bunt. Nieto backs off. Ball high and away. Ball 1-1 count. A.J. Nieto shows bunt again. Ball outside. Backs off. Great job by Nieto working the count here. 2-1. Bases are loaded. We got one out. Jaden Hernandez sets, delivers. This time, A.J. did not show bunt and called strike on the outside corner for a 2-2 count. Defense looks to be a double play depth. Hernandez delivers. Swung on and missed for strike three. And the second out of the inning. 2 down, and up to bat now for the Yankees is number 14, Ethan Sardina, the catcher. He's got bases loaded with 2 outs. Looking to do something for his Cutler Bay Yankees here. Jaden Hernandez wants to make sure that doesn't happen. Sets and delivers. Breaking ball outside. They ask Rudy in bases if he went around, and they say no, he didn't. Ball one. 1-0 count to Sardina. Hernandez winds, looks over to third. Fastball outside, called strike by home plate umpire Javier Martin. Ethan Sardina steps in. Jaden Hernandez sets. Delivers fastball outside, called strike two. Umpire Javier Martin seems to like that outside corner. Batters are going to have to adjust. One and two count. Hernandez delivers outside for ball two, evening the count at 2-2 for Ethan Sardinas. Bases are loaded in the bottom of the second with 2 outs. Jaden Hernandez gets his pitch, sets, delivers high, and Sardinas got fooled and swung through it for strike three and the third out of the inning. 3 left on base. Great opportunity for the Cutler Bay Yankees, but could not capitalize. We head to the top of the third here at the Perfect Game Holiday Open. Power Hitters TV brought to you by NSB Baseball and Power Hitters TV. Check us out on YouTube. Check us out on Facebook. Give us a follow, subscribe, and never miss another pitch again. Welcome back to Tournament Baseball. Cutler Bay Yankees had a change up on the mound, and Valens Finkel, number 19, will take over pitching duties for the Cutler Bay Yankees here at the top of the third inning, and he'll be facing Jackson Parker, who's 1 for 1 today with a base hit. Finkel delivers, low and outside, ball 1. Finkel out of the windup, 1-0 count. Time called by the batter. Parker Jackson steps back in. Finkel delivers, high and outside, ball 2. 2-0 count to the batter. Finkel delivers, hit, high, right field. Right fielder's under it. Can of corn. Routine fly ball for the first out of the inning here in the top of the third.
Now batting, Grayson.
Now up for NSB, coming up to bat is Grayson Rodriguez, who was hit by a pitch in the first inning. We got 1 out. Finkel out of the windup. Breaking ball hit hard to third base. Third baseman has a little bit of trouble with it. And Grayson Rodriguez will reach base on an error by the third baseman, Calderon. Hit hard by Grayson. Untimely bounce. Up to bat for NSB, Brooks Ebott. Looks at strike 1. The runner goes, throw over to second offline. Runner is safe at second with the stolen base. Brooks fought with a runner in scoring position now. 0-1 count. Finkel sets, looks back at second. Second baseman keeping the runner close. The pitch, outside. Oh, umpire was a little hesitant there. Seems to be the right call. 1-1 count. So Brooks Ebott. Finkel sets, looks back at second. Second baseman trying to keep the runner close. The pitch. Lays off of it. In the dirt, in the backstop. Runner advances to third. And that run is now 90 feet away for Brooks Ebott. Two-0 count, 1 out. Finkel sets, look over to third. Finkel delivers. Outside, high. Oh! Potbeer Martin, home plate umpire, calls that a strike. We got a 2-2 count. Finkel from the stretch. Looks at third and delivers. Ball low and away in the dirt. Ball 3. Brooks Ebott has a full count. 1 out in the top of the third. Finkel looks over to third. The pitch. Hit! into right center field. Left fielder, center fielder comes over and makes the play. Hit well by Brooksy Vaught. But the center fielder, Zachary Bailey, got there in a hurry for the second out of the inning. Liam Perry steps into the batter's box and looks at ball one.
Now batting, Liam.
Coach wants to come out to the mound and talk to his defense here. With a runner on third and 2 outs here in the top of the third inning. NSB No Stress Baseball leads the Cutler Bay Yankees 4-0. Perry steps back in. Finkel gets his pitch, winds and delivers. Hit to left right field. This one's going back. And this one is gone. Liam Perry with the 2-run home run. And you know what time it is, folks. Slam dunk time. Slam dunk. Gets the basketball from his pitcher. Little Euro step and bam. Here comes the home run chain. What a blast to deep right field for Liam Perry, who adds 2 runs.
Now batting, Ace Bush.
Now up to bat NSB, Ace Bush, who's 1 for 1 on the day. Looking to make it 2 for 2. Finkel out of the windup. Delivers. Hit and fouled on the right side. Out of play. Acebush steps back into the box. Finkel delivers. Hit hard to right field, and that is going to drop for a base hit. And Acebush, 2 for 2 on the day. After going 0-4 last night, seems to have turned it around, and he is having himself a day. And here it comes, 6-7. Jonah Finger steps into the box, 1 for 1 with a run scored. Looks at a ball way in the dirt. Ace stays over at first. Jonah batting in the last spot. It's like having another leadoff hitter. Great contact hitter, great eye, seems to really work the count. That was high and outside. Don't know what the umpire saw there. But that's what he called. 1-1 count, 2 outs. Runner on first. Swung on and missed. Runner goes. Ace Bush is in safely, standing at second base. And we got a 1-2 count for Jonah Finger. Finkel sets, looks back at second, looks again, delivers, swung on and missed in the dirt, pass ball, and Fingers is safe at first, and Ace Bush advances to third on the pass ball. Leadoff man Abdullah Muhammad up to base again. 2 for 2 on the day with a double and a single and a run scored. Dangerous leadoff man for No Stress Baseball. He'll face Finkel for the first time today. Finkel delivers, runner goes, hit hard up the middle and through. Ace Bush comes in to score. And Muhammad with
Now batting, Nolan Davidson.
Muhammad Abdullah hit a ground ball up the middle. Second baseman and Jonah Finger seemed to have gotten a little tangled up there. But no call by the umpire. Everyone is safe. Ace Bush comes in to score. And Muhammad's had a 3 for 3 day today. Well, actually, don't believe the scorer's table gave him a hit on that. Runner goes, double steal, the throw over to third, and safe. Jonah Finger's a speedy Jonah Finger. Big hello to the General 9 who's watching on YouTube today and said, great steal, Ace. Davison steps back in, 0-1 count. Finkel delivers, swung on and hit hard to second base. Second baseman has a little trouble with it, able to come up, throw to first in time for the third out. Jonah Finger's not able to score on that, but the damage is done. Another 3 runs by No Stress Baseball out of Boca Raton, and they lead this one 7-0 heading into the bottom of the third. Cutler Bay needs to do something here. We're running out of outs. Perfect game. Holiday Bash Open, Cypress Creek Park. We're Power Hitters TV. Thank you for joining us today. If you're with us, send us a hello if you're watching on YouTube or on Facebook. Thank you, General 9, who's watching from YouTube. Yanni SB38, also watching via Facebook. Thank you. Welcome back to more tournament baseball here. We get ready to kick off the top of the third inning, and No Stress Baseball has made a change up on the mound. That's going to be it for Jaden Hernandez. Now pitching Jonathan Lawrence, number 45. Oh. High and tight. Watch your head. Jace Garcia, 1-0 count. Fastball by Lawrence, called strike. 1-1. Whoa! And again, first baseman Jace has to duck quick. But the first baseman up ahead in the count. Lawrence from the stretch delivers fastball, high and inside, ball 3. 3-1 for first baseman Chase Garcia. Lawrence winds and delivers fastball, high, ball 4. And Cutler Bay Yankees, for the second inning in a row, get their leadoff man on base. Now up to bat, Valens Finkel, the pitcher, trying to help himself out. Runner on first takes his lead. Lawrence delivers, swing right through a fastball by Finkel. 0-1 count. No outs in the bottom of the third. NSB leads 7-0. Big lead on first. Lawrence delivers, runner goes, hit hard on the left side, and that is ripped all the way back to the fence. Runner, it's over to third, and Finkel helps himself out with a double line shot. Third baseman Perry didn't even see that one. What a shot! And the Cutler Bay Yankees seem to have something going here in the bottom of the third inning. With your original starting pitcher coming up to bat, Neil Charminski. Runners on second and third. Lawrence delivers fastball, called strike. Coach is trying to get Tormanski's attention, doesn't look over. Gets his sign. Tormanski back into the box. Runners on second and third. Lawrence sets, delivers. Breaking ball outside. 1-1 count. To Tormanski. Tormanski looks over at his third base coach. Gets his sign. Lawrence gets his pitch. Out of the stretch, delivers. Fastball. Low and inside. Ball. Two and one count to Tormanski. Lawrence delivers, shows bunt, and lays it down the first base side. Lawrence has a little trouble with it. Runs comes in to score, and Tormanski is safe at first. Beautiful bunt single. Very well executed. And the Cutler Bay Yankees got their first run of the game on the board. This one's 7-1. Runners on the corners with no outs. And Zach Bailey, the center fielder, comes up to bat. He shows bunt. Misses that one for strike one. Oh, and 1 count. No outs. Runners on the corners. Lawrence sets and delivers. Breaking ball fouled right back at me. Watch your lips, kid. Bottom of the third inning. 2 strikes on Bailey. Lawrence sets. Runners on the corners. Oh, and fastball right in the back. Oh, no. That hit him hard. Center fielder Zach Bailey still down. Took a fastball hard and bad spot back there in the kidneys. We've all been hit there before. Good job, Zach. He's up and he's making his way to first base. Bailey is going to stay in the game. Bases loaded. Shortstop, number 27, Dylan Cardenas, up to bat with no outs here in the bottom of the third, and bases loaded. Jonathan Lawrence, pitcher's looking for something on the ground. Turn 2 and try to limit the damage here for the NSB baseball team. Catcher sets up outside, breaking ball low and away, ball 1. Dylan steps back into the box. Lawrence gets his pitch and delivers. Fastball low. Ball 2. Big lead by Chormansky at second. Ball gets past. Runners do not go. Grayson Rodriguez, catcher, had a lucky break back there as the ball bounced right back to him. No harm, no foul. 3-0. Payoff pitch, strike called on the outside corner for 3-1. Dylan did not like that one. But that seems to be home plate umpire Javier Martin's zone today. Like I said, these batters are going to have to adjust. Lawrence delivers. Fastball off the head. And this is the third batter hit by Lawrence. Dylan Cardenas, shortstop, is okay. It hit in the helmet. Oh. Well, after a third batter hit, and actually 2 batters in a row for Jonathan Lawrence, No Stress Baseball is going to make a pitching change. And it looks to be as number 9, Brooksy Vaught will take the mound for No Stress Baseball. Here in the bottom of the third, Brooks Vaught will step into the situation a little bit behind. Vaught will come into this one with bases loaded and no outs, with his team leading 7-2 in the bottom of the third inning. Coach Eddie Rodriguez hopes that Brooks Vaught will be able to get his team out of a jam here. Vaught will face off against right fielder number 33, Robert Pena. Robert Pena, right fielder. Pena's 0 for 1 on the day. But he looks to change that here with bases loaded and no outs in the bottom of the third inning. You're watching Tournament Baseball. 11U, the Perfect Game Holiday Bash Open here in beautiful, sunny South Florida. It's 85 degrees. It's humid. It feels like summer in December. But this is why we live here. Pitchers warmed up. And we seem to be ready to continue with baseball. Seven to 2 game with no outs, bases loaded for the Cutler Bay Yankees here in the bottom of the third inning. I'm Renee Lorenzo with Power Hitters TV. Thank you all for tuning in. And let's keep this going. Vaught's first pitch, swing and a miss, fastball. Bobby Pena, down 0-1. Vaught sets, delivers, fastball outside corner, called ball. Great placement by Brooks Vaught on that pitch. Bobby Pena was not fooled. Big right fielder steps in. Vaught gets his pitch, delivers, fastball outside, and called ball 2. 2-1 count. Pena, a pull hitter, doesn't like that outside pitch and does a great job of laying off of it. Bases loaded. 2-1, the pitch. High and outside. Ball 3. 3-1 count to Bobby Pena. Here in the bottom of the third inning with the bases loaded. Down 7-2. Pitch, strike called on the outside corner. Brooks Vaught hits his spot. And we got a 3-2 count. Bases loaded. Number 3 hitter, Bobby Pena, looking to do something here. Ball outside for ball 4. And Brooks Vaught walks in a run to make this game 7-3. No Stress Baseball leading the Cutler Bay Yankees. Eddie Laguna, number 13, the DH, steps in with bases loaded and no outs. Brooks Vaught delivers. Fastball, outside corner, called for a strike. Coach wants to talk to his hitter, Eddie Laguna. Grayson Rodriguez goes out and has a few words with his pitcher, Brooksy Vaught. We got an 0-1 count. Brooks Vaught winds and delivers. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. Great pitch. That one fooled Laguna completely. And he's down 0-2 in the count. Brooksy gets his pitch, delivers, high and away, ball. Pitcher ahead in the count, 1-2, no outs, and the bases loaded. Vaught sets, delivers, breaking ball, fouled up high, and behind the plate, out of play. No harm, no foul. 1-2 count for batter Eddie Laguna. Vaught delivers. Fastball low and away. Called ball. DH, Eddie Laguna able to work his way back to a 2-2 count, even. Bases loaded. Vaught sets and delivers. Low and away again. Trying to get Laguna to chase, but he does not, and we got a full count. Bases loaded for the number 4 hitter, Eddie Laguna. Vaught gets his pitch, sets, delivers, breaking ball, high and inside, and that's ball 4. And that's the second run walked in this inning by Brooks Vaught. Bryce Calderon, third baseman, number 16, steps into the box. Brooksy Vaught looking to get out of this one. Breaking ball high. Ball 1. Bryce Calderon, third baseman, steps back in. Vaught delivers. Hit hard to right field. This one's got some legs, and it is down for a base hit. 1 run scores. Bobby Penna held up at third, and an RBI hit for Bryce Calderon, who makes this game 7-4 here in the bottom of the third inning. Now up to bat for Cutler Bay, Ensign Rodriguez, number 99. Vaught seems to have delivered a angry fastball there. Definitely had some heat to it, but a little high and away for ball 1. Cutler Bay Yankees seem to be mounting a comeback here with the bases loaded, no outs, 7-5 after being down 7-0. What an onslaught of hits and runs by the Cutler Bay Yankees to score 5 innings here in the bottom of the third inning. Only 3 hits. Some real costly walks, along with a couple hit by pitches, and all of a sudden, we got ourselves a ball game here, folks. Here we are again. Ensign Rodriguez steps in. Fastball called strike. 1-1 count. Vaught sets and delivers. Curveball fouled. Rodriguez a little indecisive on that, and a check swing foul into the backstop. One and two count for Rodriguez. Brooks Vaught delivers. Breaking ball inside. Ball two. We got a 2-2 count. Still no outs. Bases loaded here in the bottom of the third. NSB up 7-5 on the Cutler Bay Yankees. And the Yankees are looking to add. Rodriguez looks at that one for ball three. And the big DH has a full count with bases loaded. The pitch. Low and away, ball four, and that is the third walk in a row given up by Brooks Vaught. And this game is a one-run game, 7-6. Left fielder Santiago Baru, number 23, who is 1 for 1 on the day, steps in. Breaking ball in the outside corner, called strike. Santiago is 1 for 1 on the day. He took a foul ball off the chin off a home plate and came back in and drove the next pitch over to right field for his first hit of the game. Breaking ball, little high, called for a ball. One and one count to Santiago. Ball and pitches up high and outside. Ball two. Two and one count, bases loaded, still no outs. Vaught delivers, fouled back by Santiago for strike two. Evening the count at 2-2. Brooks Vaught gets his pitch. He sets, delivers. Fastball called, strike three for the first out of the inning. Maroon caught looking on that fastball in the outside corner. And up to bat now for the Cutler Bay Yankees is the second baseman, A.J. Nieto. Brooks delivers high and inside, ball one. Bases are still loaded here in the bottom of the third inning. One out. Time called by base path umpire Rudy Cardenas. Had some words for the Cutler Bay Yankees dugout, and we resume baseball. Brooks Vaught sets, delivers. Fastball, outside corner. Called for a strike. A.J. Nieto steps back into the box. 1-1 count. 1 out. Bases loaded. The pitch. Shows bunt. Fouls it back. For a second strikeout. Second strike of the at-bat. Seemed like a great idea by the coach, but Nieto could just not quite get the bat on the ball to lay that one down. And now he's behind in the count, 1-2 to Brooks Vaught, who sets, delivers, fastball high for ball 2. Two and two count. Fastball outside corner, called strike. Batter thought it was outside, and that is the second strikeout in a row for Brooks Vaught. Both fastballs on the outside corner called for strikes by home plate umpire Javier Martin. I've said it all game long. That's his zone. He's been consistent with it. Batters are going to have to adjust. Brooks Vaught delivers breaking ball, little high, ball 1. 6 runs scored here in the bottom of the third by the Cutler Bay Yankees, and they are still knocking on the door with bases loaded. 2 outs. And Ethan Sardina pops one up down the right side, and that is out of play, foul ball. Sardina, the catcher, is 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. But he's got bases loaded with 2 outs in the bottom of the third, down by 1 run. The pitch, breaking ball, hit down the right side. First baseman comes up with it. Jaden Hernandez able to scoop it up, tag first for the 3rd out of the inning, but not before the Cutler Bay Yankees did some serious damage there, going through 2 pitchers on NSB and scoring 6 runs to make this a 1-run game as we head to the top of the 4th inning. We'll be right back with more baseball. Power Hitters TV. Jaden Hernandez, number 39, steps back in. He's 2 for 2 on the day with an RBI and a run scored. Top of the fourth. Hit hard and deep to left field. This one is gone. No, it's not. No, it's not. It came down. Left fielder did not make a play on it. Came down in play. And Hernandez is in with a stand-up double. That ball was crushed by Jaden Hernandez. But we got 12 to 15 mile-an-hour winds coming in from the west off of left field today. And that seems to would have held that one up. Umpire in the bases, Rudy Cardenas, called that a home run. But it's not. And we got a stand-up double runner in scoring position for No Stress Baseball with Lawrence up to bat. Ooh, that one seemed way outside, but called strike. Lawrence falls behind in the count 0-1. Second baseman A.J. Nieto is holding Lawrence close at second. Pitcher looks back, delivers, hit hard, right through the infield, out into left field, and here comes Lawrence. They're waving him home. The cutoff throw over the shortstop, and he is in safe. Lawrence gets over to second on the throw. RBI. Jonathan Lawrence ripped the ground ball into left field and is able to get Jaden Hernandez in from second base to make this game 8-6 here in the top of the fourth inning with no outs. And now up to bat for NSB is Jackson Parker. Parker's 1 for 2 on the day. Cutler Bay Yankees seem to be making some changes to their defensive lineup. All right. Second baseman A.J. Nieto seems to go out to left field. Left fielder, who at that time looked to be Calderon, back to third base. Lawrence is on second. Parker looks at fastball outside. Again, the batters think it's outside. I think it's outside. The umpire does not. 0-1 count to Parker. Second baseman holding Lawrence close. Pitcher looks back, delivers, hit hard into center field. This one is back, and this drops for a base hit. Big Lawrence is going to be held up at third base. And Parker Jackson with another single on the day.
Grayson.
Catcher Grayson Rodriguez comes up to bat. Grayson is 0 for 1 on the day, hit by a pitch and a run scored. Parker Jackson on first base takes a nice big lead. Pitcher sets and steps off. Catcher didn't like it. He saw the lead that Parker Johnson was taking over at first base. Jackson's got some wheels, so he is a threat to steal. Yankees want to be very careful with that runner on first. Still no outs and runners on the corners for No Stress Baseball. Grayson Rodriguez. Runner throws to third. Lawrence gets back in time. Throw over to second base, and Jackson head first slide is in safely. Great throw. but not in time as Jackson Parker gets in there. And now we got 2 runners in scoring position with no outs for Grayson Rodriguez. The pitch, hit, fouled off to the right side. Out of play. Oh, and 1 count to Rodriguez. Finkel sets, delivers. Breaking ball, high and away. Call ball. Jackson with a huge lead at second. Infield in with no outs. Runners on second and third. 1-1. Pitch. Hit into right field. Grayson gets that one through. Lawrence is in to score. And here comes Jackson in. 2 runs scored. Grayson Rodriguez with the 2 RBI single here in the top of the 4th inning.
Now bang, Brooks Vaught.
Pinch runner for catcher Grayson Rodriguez. Nolan Davison running for Grayson at first. No outs. Fastball outside to Brooks Vaught, who's now pitching. Brooks didn't like it. Nobody seems to like that outside corner today except home plate umpire Javier Martin. Big lead by Dylan over at first. Runner goes. Catcher throw to second. Not in time. Runner is safe. And NSB has another runner in scoring position with a 10-6 lead here in the top of the 4th inning. 3 runs scored by NSB in this inning. Second baseman keeping Davison close. Finkel looks back, delivers. Low and outside. Ball 2. Two and 1 count to Brooksy Vaught. Runner in scoring position. Finkel looks back at second. Delivers. Breaking ball hit to center field. Zachary Bailey in, and he makes the catch for the first out of the inning. Hit well by Vaught. Center fielder Zachary Bailey, good jump on the ball, able to get there and bring that one in. Liam Perry steps in. Liam Perry is 1 for 1 on the day with 2 RBIs, 2 runs. And the Yankees want to go ahead and Yankees coach decided to intentionally walk Liam Perry, who's already 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs. Hit to right to first base, ground ball. First baseman's able to come up with that for the second out. Ace Bush made a good swing off on that pitch, but Jonah Fingers steps in with 2 outs. Runners on second and third. Finkel delivers. Big cut by Fingers. Fouls that one back. 0-1 count. Finkel sets, delivers. There's that outside corner again. Called. Strike 2 to Fingers. Finger is 0 for 2 on the day with a walk. An RBI and a run scored as he was able to get on a wild pitch. Pitch by Finkel. Breaking ball outside. Called ball 1. 1-2 count. 2 outs in the top of the 4th inning. NSB leads the Cutler Bay Yankees 10-6. Finkel gets his pitch from the stretch. Delivers. Swung on hard by Fingers for strike 3. And Finkel is able to get out of that one, but not before giving up 3 runs. NSB leading 10-6, 12 hits on the day, 2 errors. And we head to the bottom of the 4th here on Power Hitters TV. Perfect game, Holiday Bash Open, Cypress Park in Coral Springs, Florida. Thank you to everyone who's watching on YouTube and on Facebook. Hello to Jennifer Sardinas. 8091, who's tuning in via Facebook. Stay with us. We get ready for the bottom of the 4th inning. Cutler Bay Yankees down 10-6. Power Hitters TV. Welcome back to Tournament Baseball. Perfect game. Holiday Open Bash 11 and under. No stress baseball taking on the Cutler Bay Yankees and up 10-6 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. First pitch. Number 2, huh? Jace Garcia, first baseman. Looks at that pitch, called ball. 1-1 count. Vaught, fastball, low and away in the dirt. Ball 2. Brooks Vaught delivers. Fastball, outside corner, swing and a miss for Jace Garcia. Even the count now. 2-2. Breaking ball outside. This time not called a strike by home plate umpire Javier Martin. Pitch. Fastball, swing and a miss. Strike 3 for the first out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Brooks Vaught seems to have settled down on that at bat. Big difference when you come in and the bases are cleared and you got no outs as opposed to getting called in relief with the bases loaded. Seemed to give him a little trouble that last inning, but seems to be settling in nicely. 1 out. Fastball inside. Called strike. Balance Finkel, 0 for 1 on the day. Looks at a pitch low and away. Ball 1. 1-1 count to Finkel. Catcher gives Vaught the call. He delivers. Fastball hit high into left field. Catch made by the left fielder for the second out of the inning. Can of corn. For those of you watching at home, not too sure what that can of corn reference is, we'll explain that after this at-bat. Old-timer term used, even older than me. And that's old. First pitch by Vaught. Flowing away in the dirt. Ball 1. To number 15, Neil Chormansky. Vaught delivers fastball. Fouled away by Chormansky. 1-1 count. 2 outs. Bottom of the 4th inning, and we got time. Coach Eddie Rodriguez wants to go out and talk to his pitcher, Brooks Vaught. So the can of corn reference, way back when, before we had color TVs and anything else anything else that we love to enjoy these days, grocery store clerks would have to reach for the corn that was up on the top shelves of most grocery stores, and they would knock it down and routinely catch it, and the term became a baseball term. Can of corn for a routine pop fly. One and one count to Chormansky. Vaught gets his pitch. He sets out of the stretch. The pitch. Fastball low. Chormansky doesn't chase, and we got a 2-1 count. Vaught delivers. Fastball right down the chute. Called for strike 2. Pitcher ahead in the count, 1-2. Chormansky calls time. 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th inning. Pitch by Vaught, outside corner, strike 3 called, and he goes down looking. hour and 45 time limit on the game has been called, and this game is over. Well, hold on. We got a discussion here. Timekeeper. And now it is official. No stress baseball wins its second game 10-6. Great offensive performance today. 12 hits, 10 runs. And that is enough for them to start this tournament 2-0. They are in the winner's bracket heading into tomorrow's finals. Cutler Bay Yankees will probably have to play a couple more extra games. But thank you to everyone who tuned in today via YouTube or Facebook. Don't forget to hit that subscribe on YouTube or follow us on Facebook, Power Hitters TV. Thank you to everyone who's watching, and thank you to Zach Bush for having us here. We'll be back tomorrow morning with more tournament baseball and the finals here at the Perfect Game Holiday Bash Open. Power Hitters TV, my name is Rene Lorenzo. We're signing off. Thanks again, folks. We'll see you tomorrow.